Hey everybody, Celeste here. So today I wanted to make a video about how to open your heart chakra and the things you can do to help have an open heart and live more in your joy, your purpose, your peace, and everything else. Just fine. When you're living with an open heart, you can definitely feel it, and sometimes you can also feel it whenever your heart is closed. And so there are two very different feelings. The heart runs all of our emotions: joy, sadness, anger, worry. And so these different emotions can have an effect on how we feel, what we're doing, what we're giving, what we're taking. And so today I just want to share with you guys some ways that you can open your heart and live more from the heart. When you're living from the heart, it's not about judging. It's not about competing. It's not about ego. It's not about I'm better than you or you're better than me. The heart chakra is exactly what it says, at living from the heart. You're living from the heart. You're not better than anyone. You're not worse off than anyone. You're just equal, and you have a love for everyone, a peace, a joy. When you see someone, you see the love in them. If they're suffering, you can show compassion for that suffering. If they're worried, you can understand that because you've been in that place too. If they're in grief from death or something like that, you can understand that because you will go through that too, or you may have been through it. So living from the heart chakra is the ultimate compassion you can have. And when you open your heart chakra, it's hard to close it back up, because once you live from it, you feel so in tune with the joy. Any other emotions like the sadness, anger, worry, grief, they of course are going to come up in everyone's life no matter what. But once you've opened it, you definitely prefer to live in that heart space and not just the linear, logical mindset space. And so today I want to share with you guys some tips and tricks on how to open your heart chakra, and also just some little quick facts about it. So the color of the heart chakra is green and also pink. It is located about in your central chest, about right where your heart is. And so the first tip I want to give you is a meditation tip. You can just sit and quietly close your eyes and breathe. Maybe put on some nice meditation music, set a timer for 5 to 15 minutes, and just simply focus on your heart. Sorry about those crunch noises in the background. My little doggy's eating a carrot. So, anyways, you can simply close your eyes, focus on this love and healing and compassion, whatever you want to focus on. There's also a lot of affirmations for your heart. So these, I just simply am at a website, and I completely love and accept myself. I am perfect just as I am. I'm willing to love others as they are. Love is everywhere. My heart is open to love. I love who I am. So these are all just some. A lot of people have a lot of negative affirmations going on in their head all the time. So they don't even realize it, but they're going throughout the day and they're beating themselves up. Last night I was actually watching a show, and the girl, she's like, I'm so stupid, I'm so dumb, I feel so bad. And she was on antidepressants, and she was getting up really late, and it was very sad. And so we may or may have not all been in this situation. We may have a best friend, a mother, a daughter, a son, a father, in this situation that is just going through a really hard time, or that may be ourselves. It may be us that's going through this. And so this is where these positive affirmations and this heart chakra meditation could come in. You could simply meditate and rewind and listen to those affirmations I just said, and bring those affirmations into your meditation. And basically, this is what the heart chakra is. You have to have self-love before you can show and expand the self-love and compassion to others. And so you have to show compassion for yourself. So it's not being selfish, which a lot of people take self-love for selfish, but that's not it. You're trying to show compassion to yourself, because a lot of times, like the show I was watching last night, the girl didn't even do anything wrong. I think she missed an appointment or something, and she's like, a couple minutes later, she's like, I'm so dumb, I'm so stupid, I'm worthless. And saying those things to your immunity, it hurts your immune system to be negative, to have negative self-talk all the time. So the first thing you want to notice to open your heart chakra is, do you have a positive or a negative self-image? How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about your life? And if you aren't feeling great, what could you do to better it? And that's where what I'm trying to share with you today. So if you could use these tips and, go ahead and give this a thumbs up, but I'm going to give you some more tips now. So what else about the heart chakra? So the heart chakra, of course, it represents compassion, self-forgiveness, so forgiving yourself, and then it also represents extending that love to others. So there's a lot of other facts of the heart chakra. I am not going to get into all of them. They say the thymus gland is related to it, the food. Oh, okay, so I do want to get into this part of it because this is really interesting. So another thing that can help the heart chakra, and this goes back so far. So the color, listen to how all this is connected. And this may be new information to you, and this may be old information. For me, it's pretty old information. I had parents who were talking about chakras since I was, little baby, but some of the information is actually brand new to me. So I hope if this is old information, you still find it interesting, or if it's new, then you can even find it more interesting and maybe Google it after. So basically, my next tip to open your heart chakra it's about food. It's about what we're putting in our body and what we could put in our body to essentially open our heart even more. So the food associated with the heart chakra is vegetables. What is the color of vegetables? Green. In Chinese medicine, the taste associated with the heart chakra is bitter. What do most vegetables taste like? Like dandelion, broccoli, kale, a lot of herbs that can help your heart chakra. What color are they? They're green. And so when we expand to the color green, that can open our heart, and we can bring in those foods. So say you want to bring in some and open your heart chakra, and you're not eating, say breakfast, morning, dinner, you're eating fast food, a sandwich, and then meat, or like you're basically not incorporating greens. That is one thing you can definitely do. I love to wake up and I love to drink the green juice and green shakes and salads, and so that can definitely help. I'm just reading this off of a website now, so these are just some extra tips that I haven't actually used all of them myself, but I have used some. So essential oils associated with the heart chakra: rose, jasmine, saffron, tarragon. What else? Oh, the heart chakra is also related. It's related with seeing and speech. So basically, like your tongue and your eyes. It's related how you're seeing the world and what you're projecting to the world with your voice. And so when you're living, and this is probably the most important part, when you're living with your heart chakra, or with your heart in general, you're more open, you're more loving. If you see this video and you're like, oh, that girl, like, she's so stupid, I don't like her, you might not be living with your heart chakra. Like, if you see a person in your class at work and you're still in the judgmental phase of them, that's not, even saying those words, I can like feel my heart chakra just go, it clenches up when you dislike someone, when you feel that there's a separateness between you and I, between him and her, he and she, whatever it is, when you feel separateness from others. So living with your heart chakra is realizing that we are all one, that there's a oneness, and that we are essentially the same in the cosmic consciousness. We all came from the same place, the same source, the same love. We all breathe the same air, have the same eyes, the same red blood on the inside. We are equal, and that's living in love, knowing that we are equal as human beings. And there's no better than, there's no higher status. It doesn't matter what someone looks like, how much money they have, or what it is. There's this no comparison, because you just have a love for all, and that's living with your heart chakra. It's going back to seeing and how you're speaking. So I'm sure, you know, we've all been through phases where you feel you're very judgmental of people, where you feel you know, like you don't feel loving, and you feel maybe the opposite emotion, and that never feels good. The emotions hate, fear, none of that feels good. Okay, so now I want to get into some of the mental, emotional systems or symptoms of the heart chakra. And so it's related to the Shen, or the spirit. So they say when someone passes away or is going to pass away, their Shen, or their spirit, actually dims. I've heard it described as a lantern, and the light goes out, and you look in their eyes, and their Shen is just gone. They're like when someone is really old, about to pass away, and that's their heart Shen leaving. And so the symptoms that it's very connected to your eyes, and you can see, they say you can see the soul in the eyes, and it's believed you can see, you know, that if a person is good or bad by just looking into their eyes and seeing the love or the, oh, my doggy likes this video. She's like sitting over there. But anyways, I want to, come here, Winnie, come here. Okay, so I want to get, okay, maybe I shouldn't invite the dog in the middle of the video. All right, come here, come here. All right, so I just want to get through some of the symptoms you can have. So depression is definitely a symptom. Anxiety, insomnia, heart palpitations. And so if you have heart issues, it may be because you might have went through sorry, she distracted me a little bit, so let me get back on my train of thought. So you can have different sort of, you can have different sort of symptoms depending on your heart condition. So it can be that you're going through a sad situation, someone passed away, it could be that you worry too much, that you're angry, whatever it is, but each will show up in a different format. So I'm just going to give you an example of heart blood deficiency. So a lot of times after sometimes when they give birth, they have postpartum depression, and that may be because they lose a lot of blood. Chinese medicine, they call this heart blood deficiency. So in heart blood deficiency, the symptoms: palpitations, dizziness, insomnia, poor memory, you have dream disturbed sleep, you get startled, pale lips, anxiety, dull and pale, poor memory. And so that's just some of the symptoms, and that could be from not having enough blood. Then there's heart chi deficiency. There's just so many symptoms. And so what can you do to help these symptoms? You can do the few things I've given you already: the food, the meditation, the heart chakra meditation, and practicing the positive affirmations of self-love, showing compassion to yourself so you can show it to others. And then also you could go get an acupuncture treatment, which can treat, if you feel you have a heart condition that could benefit from it. You could do some self-love things like going to a spa, working out every day. And I think I want to make my next video about this on a different organism.